What's good, Blazer Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be doing a video from Anton. And Kamala has gone crazy. At least to me. Listen to this.
Because ours is a fight for the future, and it is a fight for freedom. For freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do.
What Kamala isn't telling you is this. Women have always had the right to do anything with their body. Hence why there's so many baby mamas out here nowadays. Seriously? Then on top of that, Roe v. Wade was regulated by the government. Only thing they did was take the government's intervention out and allow states to make the decision based upon their constituents. So, if you want to be completely technical here, they are giving you the choice.
And again, we're not going to be gaslighted on this. We remember Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
You see how the crowd went crazy? You see how people absolutely supported this demonic behavior? Let me tell you something, bro. In addition to the fact that she wouldn't be the best president from a policy perspective, that you wouldn't get anything different than you got over the last 3.5 years, that our borders had been completely left open and she's provided no reasonable explanation as to why they undid over 94 of Trump's policies that gave us protections at the border, that the economy was absolutely and is absolutely floundering, and jobs, people are being laid off, required to come back to work, they've moved, people are leaving the United States of America, American citizens, while immigrants is continuing to take over. Forget all of that for a second, all right? Let's just have a conversation based off of right and wrong. If people yell out Jesus is Lord and you say, oh no, you at the wrong rally, while at the same time advocating for the removal of children, especially at late stages, and then cloaking it in the narrative to say that it's just women controlling their own bodies and reproductive rights. That is demonic.
You know, we've went so far left with this shit. It makes no sense. We've literally went so far left to the point where these people are openly campaigning on abortion rights. No other policies, but abortion rights. And then you tell protesters that say Jesus is God that they're at the wrong rally. It's the one down the street. It's the small one down the street. That is insane. not only did we go left, so far left when it comes to abortion policies and all of this stuff, at the Paris Olympics, and I didn't cover this, but we went so far left to the point where they literally allowed the Last Supper, a version of the Last Supper, when they had trans people and all sorts of people, all this liberal shit. You're telling me that I'm supposed to vote for a demonic ass chick and I'm supposed to be okay with it? I would never in my life vote for this shit.
And as a people, especially within black culture, but let alone in America in general, because our dollar still says, in God we trust. Last I checked, let me just make sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm off. Maybe they changed it. Yep, it's not $1, but it's a 5. Definitely says in God we trust right there. I know it's reversed, but you can see it right there. And so, where is the civility in this? Where is the acknowledgement of the fact that when you align with a specific party who has drawn a line in the sand and dug their heels in and said, listen, if you support this narrative, then we don't support you. But then they're trying to say that we're inclusive, but basically they're saying that we're including the devil into our lives and that everybody should have a say and a right to continue to push forward this narrative that's not best for us. And even when Republicans compromise by saying, listen, we're not trying to remove your ability to do what you need to do, even though we need to have some lines drawn to where, hey, man, late term pregnancy and all of that. Now, we understand rape and incest and all of this stuff, but when you're talking about late term pregnancy and the things that Tim Walz has supported and written in the law and the different line provisions that they've removed that now allow for women, and they say that's between her and her doctor, mind your own business, but what happened to the rules and the laws that then align with how we're supposed to live civilly as human beings?
And not only that, but her running mate is the one that put tampons in the boys' bathroom, and his own family doesn't even want to vote for him. That's a red flag. If your family ain't even willing to support you, and you put tampons in the boys' bathroom knowing that biologically boys do not bleed from right there, and you did it anyway because you're so far left, you deserve to be kicked out of office, to be honest, and you don't deserve to be a vice president or president in her case.
And then when people say Jesus is Lord, you could have responded any number of ways, but what you chose to say was, oh, no, you at the wrong rally. Absolutely. This is the one thing that I absolutely agree with her on. You are at the wrong rally. You should go to the larger one. She lied about that part. The larger one down the street. Because as a conservative man, I'm not even going to say black man, I'm an American. I align with people based off of the content of their character, not the color of their skin. As a conservative man, I do not stand for and I do not support the idea that first you don't even acknowledge the fact that Jesus is Lord, and the second thing that you say is you need to get up out of here if that's what your sentiment is. And y'all think that this is the woman that should be leading the United States of America where she don't even have good character? What church does she go to? What is her belief? What is her faith? Who rock with her? And I'm disappointed in y'all churches, especially these black churches. Y'all keep getting involved in politics, and not only do you get involved in politics, you sell your whole congregation out to the devil. This whole reproductive rights issue should not be used as a form of contraception. This reproductive rights issue, and you know what I'm talking about, should not be used as a form of contraception. I have never in my life ever worried about having to convince or have a conversation with a woman about removing something that I would create. You know why? Because I have the choice of whether or not I want to participate in the first place. That is my duty, my responsibility to take ownership and responsibility of what I created and then nurture it and make sure that I provide for it and put it in the best position possible to be a blessing and to leave this earth in a better space had I not been here. No way in the world that you can sit here and justify to me. And I had this conversation with my family who was very religious, very spiritual, and very much believes in Jesus Christ himself. And they cannot answer this question for me. How can you align with somebody? And every time that I have a conversation with not only them, but people that is outside, street interviews, anybody that says that they want to vote for Kamala Harris, the thing, because it's one thing to vote out of ignorance. That means that you don't know no better. But once you know better, you now held to a greater responsibility and even preaches that inside of the word of God. But here's the thing that I'm trying to understand. Just as a human being, with all of these things, and this is not the only issue, this is just one of the main things that they're standing on. This is the main platform issue that they're standing on as a party to try to push you in order to vote for them. Where have we turned to? Who have we turned to where we can actually justify that this makes sense and that people are really celebrating in the name of, because you know they like to term it to make it sound better and they didn't brand it and market it to you. And so they say reproductive rights. You know what it is. You know what it is. If you know anything about Planned Parenthood and how they pulled up to the Democratic National Convention, if you know anything about what has happened in these communities to where so many, and I mean millions and millions of babies are not here as a result of it, yet we let in so many people inside of our borders. If you're really paying attention to the idea that they want to give you $6,000, they haven't explained how we're going to continue to pay for it, $6,000 for new babies, but then at the same time, they want to give you the right to terminate one. How do you then justify being a Christian? How do you justify believing in God? How do you justify just being a righteous human being while at the same time when somebody say Jesus is Lord, she says, oh no, y'all at the wrong.
Hold on. Let me rewind back right quick.
But then at the same time, they want to give you the right to terminate one. $1,000. Babies are not here as a result of it, yet we let in so many people inside of our borders. If you're really paying attention to the idea that they want to give you $6,000, they haven't explained how we're going to continue to pay for it.
Wait. Hold up. How they gonna give us $6,000 for children, but you're steadily sending billions of dollars overseas to Ukraine? We are at 30 trillion. We're all. Well, hold on. What's the national debt? What's the national debt? What is the national debt of the U.S.? 35.7. God damn it. I'm sorry. $35 trillion. And this was just updated 3 days ago. We're at a $35 trillion debt deficit. So where in the fuck are we going to get the money to pay for we don't produce anything that brings money in except weapons. We don't produce anything. We're steadily sending money out to other countries to aid them and help their economy. America is literally spinning itself to death. $35 trillion. Hold up. What was the national debt when Trump was in Hold up. What was the national debt when Trump was in office? Why do you have to verify my device? Okay. Federal debt is soaring. This is why Trump and Harris aren't talking about it. Fuck. This country is fucked.
$6,000 for new babies, but then at the same time, they want to give you the right to terminate one. How do you then justify being a Christian? How do you justify believing in God? How do you justify just being a righteous human being while at the same time when somebody say Jesus is Lord, she says, oh no, you want the wrong rally. Yeah, come on in. We welcome you with open arms over here on this side. And for people that say that they believe in God, I'm amazed. But make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, get your tickets. I'm pulling up to Atlanta and teach Hanley 40% off your first order, plus 20% off for life, and then we going to hit Detroit right after that. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.
Yo, this country is screwed. I'm sorry. This country is fucking screwed. Not only are we not only is our national debt skyrocketing, but these people are fucking spending money left and right like it's going out of fucking style. America is broke, and I don't understand how and where the fuck are we gonna get this money from? I'm really trying to figure that shit out right now. Where the fuck are we gonna get all of this money that they're giving to all these other countries? Where are we going to get the money to actually sustain ourselves in this country? Where are we going to get that money at? America, we're screwed. We are screwed. Not only are we on the verge of possibly World War III, we're broke. And that's the reason why I think that they're trying to get us into a war. Because when there's war, money's being made. Money's being made whilst lives are being sacrificed. And that's the honest truth. But, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, and Spotify.com. I'll get you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.